How do you destroy a regime without invading? You don't send troops. You shatter its military credibility. You collapse its economy. You isolate it from its allies, and then you wait for the people to finish the job. This is what's happening to Iran right now. June 2025. Israel and Iran fought a direct war for the first time in history. Not through proxies, not through militias, face to face. It lasted only 12 days. But in those 12 days, the entire power structure of the Middle East shifted. To understand why Iran is burning today, we need to understand what Israel actually destroyed. On June 13th, Israel launched Operation Red Wedding. Warplanes, munitions, targets. Israel killed 30 Iranian generals in a single night. That's not a military strike. That's decapitation. Iran's entire command structure was designed around these men. Decades of experience, networks, institutional knowledge gone in hours. Then came the nuclear scientists. 9 eliminated. This wasn't about stopping a bomb. Iran already has enough enriched uranium for 10 nuclear weapons, according to the International Institute for Strategic Studies. This was about creating blindness. Without these scientists, Iran can stockpile uranium but struggles to weaponize it. They have the fuel. They've lost the engineers who know how to build the engine. Here's what made this possible. Before a single jet took off, Israel had already won, sabotaged the air defense. They'd built a secret drone base near Tehran. Iran's military was blind before the first bomb fell. This reveals something crucial. Iran's security apparatus was compromised at every level. The regime couldn't protect its own generals in their own country. Iran responded with everything it had: 550 ballistic missiles, over 1,000 Shahed drones, the largest missile barrage in modern history. Result? 32 Israelis killed. Then America joined. On June 22nd, B-2 stealth bombers struck 3 more nuclear facilities. But this wasn't about Iran's nuclear program. It was a message. The same month, Trump extracted Maduro from Venezuela. The message to every U.S. adversary was clear. The rules have changed. International law, UN resolutions, diplomatic norms, none of it matters anymore. Only power matters. This is the world we now live in. Now look at what Iran lost beyond its borders. Hezbollah was weakened. Hamas was crushed. Assad fell in Syria. The Houthis, isolated. For 40 years, Iran built the axis of resistance, a network of proxies that projected power from Lebanon to Yemen. In 12 days, that network collapsed. Iran didn't just lose a war, it lost its entire regional strategy. The empire it spent 4 decades building was gone. And there's the economy. The Iranian rial fell to 1.45 million against the USD. But it means more than inflation. For 40 years, the regime told its people, sacrifice is worth it. We're building resistance. We're standing against the empire. Now that narrative is dead. The economy and the resistance collapsed. The regime has nothing left to offer, except suffering. Here's the paradox Israel didn't fully anticipate. Military victory didn't make Iran weaker to foreign invasion. It made Iran weaker to its own people. A regime survives on 3 things: force, legitimacy, and a story. Israel destroyed the force. The economic collapse destroyed the legitimacy. And the fall of the Axis destroyed the story. What remains is a hollow shell, armed, dangerous, but fundamentally fragile. December 28th, 2025, 6 months after the war. The explosion came. Protests erupted across all 31 provinces simultaneously. This wasn't like 2022. In 2022, protests spread over days. This time, it was everywhere at once. The economy, the humiliation, the broken promises. 6 months of pressure released in a single day. The crowds chanted death to the dictator and long live the Shah. The regime's worst nightmare had arrived. Then the bazaar joined. The merchants closed their shops. This is not a small detail. This is the most dangerous signal a regime can receive. In 1979, when the bazaar turned against the Shah, the revolution succeeded within months. The bazaar represents the economic backbone, the traditional middle class, the people who stayed neutral through every crisis. When they move, regimes fall, and now they've moved against the Islamic Republic. On January 8th, the regime made its choice: internet blackout, complete information darkness. It's reported that the security forces used heavy machine guns against crowds. Estimates range from 2,500 to 20,000 dead. We don't know the real number. That's the point. The regime doesn't want us to know. By January 15th, the streets went quiet. The regime claimed victory. But this is a Pyrrhic victory, a win that costs so much it's indistinguishable from defeat. The regime survived, but at what cost? In Part 2, we'll map out every scenario: the limited strike and its consequences, the comprehensive attack designed to trigger regime collapse. The 12-day war broke Iran. What comes next could reshape the world. If you want to understand how power really works, subscribe now. More deep dives are coming.